Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to create Facebook ads, and I'm also going to show you Apple iOS 14 week of 26th update. Alright, let's get started. Let's go into business.facebook.com, log in over here, log in with your personal Facebook account information. Once you're logged in, create an ad account. Once the ad account is created, it would look something similar like this. Your UI may be different to my UI, but this is what the UI that I have on 21 of the April. It could be different to yours as well because Facebook does different A/B testing. So don't worry about it. Don't stress out. Just look for your business setting. Go to business tools on the top over here. Click on that. You'll see business setting. Just click on that and brings you to this page. You have users, accounts, data, brand information, integration, registration, payment. Just go through all this information. Business info is very important. Just enter your business information, payment method, enter your credit card information. It will go through it. They will verify it. Facebook puts like $1 authorization just to confirm the credit card information is correct or not. That happened to be. It may not happen to you. And go to users. Under users, if you have more than one person, like if yourself, your friend, or somebody else who wants to join, you can add under people. You have business partners, you can add them as well. You got users, you can add different users. Under accounts, you will see pages. This is very important. What page do you want it to promote? Say for example, if you have a clothing store, create a page for a clothing account, or any electronic store, or any other page, or pet store. Create those pages for that. Right over here, you have the ad account, which is the most important part for us for this creating ads. So I'm just going to open this, or actually I can go over here, click on the ads manager. I'm going to open this into a different tab. Brings you to this page. Just don't be overwhelmed with all this information over here. Ignore the bottom half. And the top, you will see the advertisement changes which are coming soon. Apple announced on the April the 26th that week, Apple is going to make changes to their iOS 14. For these changes, in order to, you won't make any difference to you as long as you follow these steps. And your conversions, measurements, performance may be a little bit different, but Facebook already covered which ones you need to use and which ones you shouldn't be using. All right, before we get started into all that, let's click on Create over here. Brings you to this page, which is your campaign page. Over here, the awareness, what are you trying to achieve over here? You want to spread the word that this is your brand, or you want to reach more people. That is all under awareness. If you click on this information over here, the it actually shows you what this is. Like for example, traffic, send people to a destination like a website or app or Facebook and all that. And you have engagement, app installs, videos, messages. And over here, we have the conversions. What are conversions? Conversions are like people who are going to make a purchase, going to interact on your website. This is more important. And you have some catalog sales over here. You're targeting like certain number of people, and with these particular ads, you use the catalog sale. And there's another one which is called as your store traffic. This is for like a physical store, but we don't have a physical store. We just have a website. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose conversion. You can fill all the information at the bottom over here, but we'll just follow what Facebook gives us. Click continue. Takes you to this page. On the left side over here, it says new campaign, new ad set, and new ad. This is the hierarchy for any ad. First, you'll have a campaign all the way at the top. It could be, for example, crop tops or t-shirts. So that will be your campaign. Under the ad set, which will be your different types of ads which you're trying to say. For example, if you're targeting women's only or men's only. You can set all that under the ad set, and then at the bottom will be that one ad you're using to target all these people or multiple ads. We can go on to it later. So I'm just going to name this. I already have few more ads, so that's why it automatically populates the information for me. Special ad categories, we are just not going to touch that. And in the campaign details, we're going to use the auction item over here and the campaign objective, which is going to be conversions. And if you look at it over here, it says show more options. And what is the limit you're trying to spend for just this campaign? Don't be confused. This is the total amount you're willing to spend on just one campaign. And if you try to put in like only $10, you will get an error message saying that this is not a sufficient amount. See on the right side over here, it says minimum is $100. So change that to $100 and automatically you will not see this message over here. So the campaign spending amount, so that's a decent amount. You will automatically know if your campaign is running or not. And if you go scroll down, we are not doing any A/B test on the campaign. We just want to run our first ad set. And CBO, don't worry about the CBO right now. Just leave it off and click next. Okay, what is your ad set? And your ad set, give it a name. So right now I'm going to say CW ad set 4.1. I just don't want to get confused with my other ad sets. I go by the hierarchy of numbers I create. So this is going to be my 4.1. I want the traffic to come to my website. I'm not interested in the app, the messenger, or the WhatsApp. Before we jump in, make sure you have your pixel set up. This is very important in order for your ad to run. Don't worry about the ads that may get 0 conversions on the right over here. Just ignore this for now. And right at the bottom, automatically itself select the event. These are the 8 events which Facebook highly recommends to make changes to. Why? Because once Apple kicks in the Apple 14, iOS 14 updates, these conversions may not provide you the right information. How do you know whether you've done this properly or not? If you click over here, you will see these exclamation marks over here. See, your ad set using pixel optimization will be paused because I haven't set this one up. That's the reason why it is showing me the exclamation marks. So how do you fix this issue? All right, so I'm going to go to my business setting page. When you're in this account over here, go to Events Manager. I'm just going to click and open this in another window. It takes a couple of minutes. Automatically, you should see your Pixel ID over here. And obviously on the top as well, it reminds you that Apple iOS 14 device changes. And if you see, this is all your pixel activity which is going on, how the traffic is coming in, going out. But we are not interested in that. We wanted to go to aggregated event measurements, which is the new one. We don't want the pixel conversion API, which has already been set for us once you set up the pixel on your Facebook pixel on your account. So click on this aggregated event. In these events, right over here, it also specifies the same message shows by the iOS 14. We're going to add an event. So configure web events. I have set up 4 events on my account. Manage events. Click edit. Okay, this is going to be the hierarchy of the events. The top hierarchy will be the purchase or view content, and then you're going to have add to cart, and then you will have initiate checkout. On this page, you should see an empty spot over here for you to select the pixel. So select that pixel. I can only do 4. It's not letting me do more than 4 events. You can pick any of these from the list over here. Say you have add payment information, add wish list, add to cart, customization, donate, lead, purchase. You have all these informations, all these events over here. So I selected the initiate checkout, and automatically it gets saved. Once it is saved, over here you won't see those exclamation marks. Right now I do not see those exclamation marks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select view content for my conversion event. We're going to scroll down, and right over here it tells me that it can reach up to 2,000 people. This is just an estimate, but it's not like a real conversion. So these numbers may change once Apple rolls out its changes. So we're going to stick with dynamic creative, which is going to be turned off. Offer, we're just going to turn off, but the budget, we're going to set this one to $5. We're not going to go overboard with our budget, which we don't know how the ad is going to perform. Once the ad is going to perform better, you can increase your daily budget. Automatically the reach will go. If you look at this, if you're willing to do $35 a day, automatically your reach is going to be over here up to 3,700 people you're going to reach. But we don't know how the ad is going to perform, so that's why I'm going to stick to $5 a day. Time, just leave the way it is, and we can end the ad if the ad is not performing properly. Click on show options, run this ad all the time. Now, when you go over here, you will see create an audience, or if you already have created an audience, you can use it under save new. I'm just going to leave the custom audience as blank. I don't have any custom audience. If you're targeting people only in United States, you can select this. My recommendation is always choose people living in or recently moved into this location compared to not people living in this location. And age, I'm just going to leave the default, which is 18 to 65, and I will do all genders. Now, the main important part is your detailed targeting. Who you're trying to target. Say, for example, if you're clothing, if you're women's clothing, you just do women's clothing. But at the same time, they have suggestions over here. When you click on suggestions, you have demographics, interests, and behaviors. What we're going to choose is the interest. Say, for example, we have shopping, fashion, clothing. If you're doing clothing, men's clothing, women's clothing, you can select women's clothing. The size over here is 703. Don't be estimate that you will get 703 million people coming onto your site. This is just an estimate saying that it will reach that amount. So don't fall for the trap. Fashion accessories depends upon what you're doing. So just go through it. I will select, I'm gonna change my ad the way it is. So I'm just going to do fashion. You can enter keywords as well. Say, for example, you can do fashion accessories, fashion design, street fashion, fashion blog, fashion style, fashion week. Proper targeting for your brand. Once you've selected that, show more options. Connection will be all people. Once you've selected that, you need to save this audience. If you don't save it, you will get an error message on the top right side. Placement, I would highly recommend leaving the placement automatic if you're doing this for the very first time. If you do manual placement, you don't know which place or which area. For example, is it going to be on Facebook feeds, or is it going to be Instagram or audience network? There are so many places, feeds it will go into. We don't know where it's going to perform better, but Facebook is going to let you know in their detailed targeting and information. You will get that. It will tell you where it performed. Then you can create another ad set and retarget, especially, for example, Facebook video feeds. Target that location over there. So I'm gonna minimize all this information, and I'm just gonna stick to automatic. Optimization and delivery, I'm just going to leave it blank, and I'm going to click next. All right, this brings you to the ad name. So here we're going to change the ad. Create the ad name should be 4.1. It will be your Facebook page over here. All right, so when you're in the ad page, just give a name for your ad. So right now I just gave it as CWAD 4.1. That will be your page. In the ad setup, don't select the dynamic format and creative. If you do, it gives you a catalog option. We are not going to use a catalog option. We're just going to do a single image preview. You can turn it on. It tells you your single image will go on to 15 placement. Obviously you will have all these error messages because you haven't filled out any information yet. And leave the full screen mobile experience. And right over here, this is where the most important part is, the ad creative. Right over here, click on that. We're going to add an image. Select the placement. We're gonna do the placement the way it is automatically set. So we are not going to touch that. Primary text. Use the text which you think is important for us. 20% of women's top, or 25% of pet supplies. Whichever store we are running, you can use that. Headline, which is optional. You can also do like limited time savings. Description over here, you can copy the description from your website, the actual product which you're trying to sell. Copy the description, paste it over here. Destination URL will be your website. The website, I recommend you adding the product URL itself. Display, optional link. We don't want to display any furthermore links onto the ad. Call to action, try to keep it sharp now. Languages, leave it as default, which is going to be English. And you will see your tracking information, which is the pixel, which has already been set up. And optional parameters, you don't have to use it. That's way too advanced right now. We don't want to do it. All you have to do is click publish. If my video was helpful in any way, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel.